Okay, good morning everyone. Thanks for joining us this morning. I feel like I've met some of you, almost most of you, just then as you joined us. My name is Sebastian Döltgen. I'm a teacher in speech pathology here at Flinders, and I'm also the Dean Education for the College of Health and Enablement. And I'd like to welcome you all to Flinders University and welcome you to your studies that you're starting in semester 2. And I welcome you here in the room, but I also welcome everyone who's joining us in the live stream from wherever you are in the world. It's great to have you on board, and it's great to see you here at Flinders. Now, today is our first day of orientation week. And as you can see on the slides, we've got orientation week spread across 2 weeks. We've got All Week this week, and then next week we've got the Connect Week, and we'll share a bit of detail about that this morning, so you've got an idea of what to expect before you then meet some of your lecturers as well and your discipline staff, so you can connect with them as well this morning. Okay, so welcome again. Now, at Flinders University, it is practice that we acknowledge country and that we acknowledge that we, in particular here, are teaching and learning and working and living on Kaurna Yata, or Kaurna country. Kaurna country is the lands, waters and skies that Flinders University is built on here in southern and metropolitan Adelaide, and I pay my respect to Kaurna elders past and present. And I would also like to extend this respect to the Indigenous owners of the lands that Flinders University campuses are located on across all of South Australia and into the Northern Territory and other parts of Australia as well, and pay my respects to their elders past and present as well. And I'd like to extend this respect to any Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples that might be joining us in the room or online today as well. Now, as a non-Indigenous man, I can only acknowledge country. I can't welcome you to country, but we've had a recording from a welcome to country from our colleague Cliffy Wilson, and I'll play that to you now.
So I'd like to give a really warm welcome to Flinders University. This is Simone Olaka-Tur, and she's our Pro Vice-Chancellor Indigenous.
And this is Professor Romy Lawson, Senior Deputy Vice-Chancellor. And we're located at Yungarenthi in Perilla. We'd like to acknowledge all the traditional owners and custodians on the lands of which our university is located within South Australia and Northern Territory.
And whether you're studying on one of those campuses or online, we warmly welcome you to Flinders University.
Yungarenthi in Perilla means meeting place in Kaurna, and we were gifted the word Yungarenthi, which means to impart, to inform and communicate. We're right next to Yungarenthi Truku, the building where our Aboriginal students come and learn.
So to start your journey with Flinders, we're privileged to have Cliffy Wilson with us today. He's here from the Kumakaru, and he's going to do a welcome to country for us.
Nyankena mena, na mani. Ngana Cliffy Tanku Munachi Wilson. Nagana, Naranjiri, Naranga, Nadri, Alandamayo. Mariwichanga Gana mena, Nadlu Tambadi, Nadlu Gana Yitanga Tikandi. Na wanga di bani le bunigani yatana, na yukandali yakandalia, na chalia. Good morning to each and every one of you behind the lens today. My name is Cliffy Wilson, but I also go by Tunkel and Manacha, which are both my traditional Kaurna names down here in the city of Adelaide. So Tunkel is my totem, and my totem is the king brown snake, one of the most dangerous animals in the world. Also, Manacha is just my birth order name, which translates to the fourth born and male of my family. I'm a proud Kaurna man from here in the city of Adelaide, but also a proud Ngarrindjeri man from back on the lower lakes of the Coorong and the Fleurieu Peninsula. My family ties extend out to the Naranga people on the Yorke Peninsula, also to the Ngadjuri people on the Flinders Ranges, and last but not least, the Aranda people in the Northern Territory of Alice Springs. I'm here this morning at Flinders University in Bedford Park, also known as Yungarenthi in Perilla, which translates to meeting place, which is located on the Kaurna lands. And on behalf of the Kaurna people, I would like to welcome those who are situated here in Flinders Uni at Bedford Park on Kaurna lands, but also welcome those across South Australia who are located on other Aboriginal lands. May we pay respects to the traditional custodians of those regions, and also pay respects to their cultural and spiritual beliefs, as it still is important to the living Aboriginal people today. Also, we do have campuses located in Northern Territory, so I'd like to pay respect to the traditional owners of those regions, and to the staff and students, may we take care of these campuses and the surrounding communities of these areas like the Aboriginal people have for many thousands of years. But also, may we pay respect to the cultural and spiritual beliefs of the Aboriginal peoples across the country and recognise that their connection to the land, the sky and the waterways that surround and connect us are still as strong, still as important, but also still as important to the living Aboriginal people today. I would like to finish off by saying Ngāchalia and Nakara. Ngāchalia means thank you in the Kaurna language, and Ngāchalia means we'll see you again when our paths meet. To all students, I would like to wish you all the best for the remainder of the year and for your future studies. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Cliffy, for offering us a welcome to country and also the acknowledgement of all the traditional owners on which our universities are located.
So welcome to all our new students. I hope you have an amazing first semester, and remember, have fun.
Fantastic. Thank you, Cliffy, for this welcome to country. And so now we're moving to a welcome to our college. And this is one of the questions that we ask ourselves all the time, because it's really important to know who you are in order to be able to teach and study and learn and really get to where we want to move together with you and move you in terms of your studies and your professional ambitions. So we are the College of Health and Enablement. Health, because much of what we do is situated in a health context. I say much because we work far beyond health as well, but health is our sort of centre of gravity. Enablement is part of our name as well, because enablement is kind of the end journey. So when we talk to our students, new and existing, and ask them about why do you study? Why do you study? Why do you want to become a physio, an OT, a nurse, a health professional of any kind? The why is often because we want to help people, and helping people is the impact that we want to achieve. But helping is also a process. Helping is what we do to achieve a greater outcome at the end. And that outcome often is to help people participate in life and to live a life to their fullest extent, to the degree that they would like to. And so that's why enablement is one of the impacts that we want to achieve. And we believe in that impact so much that we've made it part of our college name as well. So welcome to the College of Health and Enablement. As you can see, we're one of the larger colleges in the university, if not the largest college at Flinders Uni, with over 7,000 students. So there's a lot of you and quite a lot of us as well. And we love working with you in all the different disciplines that we represent within our college. We teach here on Kaurna country in the south of Adelaide and in metropolitan Adelaide at Flinders City campus. If you haven't seen it yet, right in the city centre on North Terrace is a big building that is our city campus. There's 6 floors of teaching and learning spaces. So if you're ever in the city and would like to have a familiar place, just find the big building with the Flinders sign up the top and you'll have access to it, and you can spend time at city campus. But then, of course, we teach beyond Adelaide metropolitan into the regions as well, into Port Pirie, the Riverland, and Renmark, and Mount Gambier as well. So we've got a wide reach even beyond South Australia through our online courses as well. As you can see, we cover quite a few of the health and support professions, and we've highlighted the ones in bold that are represented here today, because these are the courses and disciplines where we have a mid-year entry. And so you've got, you are still a small but growing group of students starting and joining us mid-year in the areas of disability and support, health sciences and nursing as well. But don't just take all of that from me. I'd like to introduce you to our Vice President and Executive Dean, Professor Tracy Humphrey, who's kindly taken the time to say a few words to you as well. Tracy, I'll find a microphone for you here as well. And I hand over to you.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Seb. Morning, everyone. It's delightful to be here with you today and great to see such diversity amongst our student cohort that's joining us mid-year 2026. So I'm Tracy Humphrey. I'm the Vice President and Executive Dean of the College of Health and Enablement. And as Seb said, we are a very large college, if not the largest, within Flinders University. And students are absolutely at the centre of everything that we do. So it is really important that I come and spend time with you this morning and just give you a warm welcome. So can I ask you, has anyone studied with us before? Welcome back. It's great to see that our students not only come and study with us once, but often return to us twice, sometimes even a third time as they progress on to postgraduate studies, as well as often their PhD. And how many of you have come from overseas to study with us? Many of you. Well, welcome to not just Flinders University, but to South Australia and indeed Australia. It speaks to our global reputation and our global connections that we can draw in students from all different countries. So do you want to tell us which countries you're from? Where are you from?
I'm from
Cambodia. Others? Sorry? Oh, Mumbai. Mumbai. Well, and India. Welcome. Pakistan. Welcome. Bangladesh. I've been to Bangladesh and I've been to Pakistan. I've not been to India yet. So welcome. There are many more students who have joined us this month, so I'm sure that you'll be able to connect and reach out to them too. But I just wanted to tell you a little bit about Flinders University. So we launched Agenda 2035, which is our 10-year strategy. Now, you may already know this because it might have been part of your reasoning for coming to Flinders University to study. But we are positioning ourselves as a distinctive university from others because what our core business is of course, education and research, but it's all with the aim of having an impact. And we're very ambitious in relation to that impact. We want to have a positive impact on 10 million people's lives within the next 10 years. And we think that that is easily achievable when you think about the disciplines that are certainly within our college, particularly within disability and community inclusion, as well as within health. These practitioners will go on and influence and impact many, many people's lives, not just directly, but indirectly in relation to their families and their broader community. So it's a stretch goal for us, but something we're absolutely confident that we will do. As I said, we will mainly do that through educating future workforce, but we also do it through our large programmes of research, which on the whole, particularly for our college, are very applied in nature. So we're very well known for our research in aged care, for palliative care, death and dying, as well as community inclusion and cancer survivorship. We do have other areas of research, but those are the ones that we are most well known for. And we don't just conduct that research here in South Australia, we conduct it with our national partners as well as international partners. So hopefully you'll get to know a little bit more about our research, and some of you will also be involved in it too. But an important element to our college is also practice. So we have extensive student-led services where you can go and develop and harness your skills before you then move into placement environments in the real world. And we find that that is incredibly supportive for our students in relation to having that safe and controlled environment to learn and develop those skills for practice. But it also essentially provides a critical community service, particularly those that live in southern Adelaide. So I'm sure that some of you will be involved in providing some of those services too. The other thing that we're known for is interprofessional education. So I'm sure that some of you will be studying a common course, but you will be studying across many different disciplines and courses. And you'll have the opportunity to study not just with students from other courses and disciplines, but you'll also be able to learn about them as well, and then eventually from them. And that interprofessional education is absolutely critical, because most of you, as you go on into the workforce after studying with us, will work with many different disciplines, and be able to work together to provide holistic care is really, really important for the future. So, are any of you studying with us for more than 2 years? Quite a few of you. Okay, so we're currently located mainly here in Sturt, but as Seb said, we have many different campuses that you'll be able to access. But I just want to flag to you that we're building a new healthcare centre building. It is over, as you get familiar with the campus, you'll see that we've got a very new building, which is our Health and Medical Research building. Flinders Healthcare Centre will be right beside it. We will open its doors in early 2029. And most of the staff here at Sturt and students will move there for many parts of their work and study. And I'm sure that you'll have opportunities over the next 2 years to be involved in how we bring that building to life as it opens in 2029. So it's great that you'll be able to experience some of your study here, but also in the new building in 2029. So thank you for choosing Flinders. You've made a great choice. I know it feels a little bit daunting sometimes at the start of your studies, but you will settle in quick. Lean on each other. I've made some of the best friends that I've got during my studies at university, so it's really important that you connect with each other, but connect with us as staff. If you feel you need additional support or advice, don't hesitate to come and speak to us. So enjoy the rest of your day, and hopefully I'll see you again at some point during your studies.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tracy. Appreciate you taking the time and welcoming everyone. Now, for the rest of today, or really not quite today, the rest of this morning's first session, before we have a bit of morning tea, before you then head off to your individual discipline groupings, we've got a bit of information put together about the essentials. So this is a bit of a whirlwind about where to go to find information about your studies, about supports and ways of connecting with Flinders Uni. And I'll just show you a bit of that information as we go through. Now, you'll see that there are QR codes on the bottom of each slide, so feel free to scan those and get you a link to that information. But we will also make sure that you've got access to this slide deck as well. So when you go onto your Flinders Learning Online, which is our online platform, you've got access to that as well. We also have a number of staff here that will briefly speak to you as well and introduce some of their areas and portfolios that they look after, so that you get a bit of an idea of who's who and what we do to help support you in your studies. Throughout this, we've got a few video clips as well, and this is one of them, and I'll play that for you now.
Welcome to Flinders University. This is your guide to getting started, staying connected, and finding support. Let's go. First things first, Wi-Fi. Connect to the Edge Your Own Wi-Fi using your student FAN and Flinders password. For more information, head to the Wi-Fi page on our Flinders website. Flow, or Flinders Learning Online, is the main platform that the university uses. It runs off of a platform called Canvas, so you may hear people call it by that name too.
Need help with Flow? Head into the Orientation Events Planner page and register for the Intro to Flow session. If you need help to enroll and register, Flinders has plenty of support available to make the process smooth and stress-free. You can submit a request via Ask Flinders, or you can visit Flinders Connect in person for personalised assistance, or watch the Student System how-to guides on YouTube for quick visual guides. You also need to order your student ID card. This can be done by the Order My ID Card app on your Okta dashboard, or just visit Flinders Connect on level 1 at Bedford Park.
You can pick it up from Flinders Connect or even get it posted. Just make sure your address is up to date, and you can even choose your preferred name.
Flinders Connect is your one-stop support hub for all things student life, helping with enrollment, fees, exams, graduations, ID cards, scholarships, and general inquiries.
Flinders also offer a huge variety of scholarships, which you can find on our Flinders Scholarships page. Getting to Flinders? No problem.
Take the train straight to Flinders Station or hop on a bus with heaps of routes, including our loop buses which keep us connected so you're never more than a bus ride away.
If you're driving onto campus, don't panic, there's plenty of room to park on campus. Just make sure you download Cello Park or grab a V permit to avoid racking up those fines we all love.
Feeling unsafe? Security is here for you 24/7. Just ring 8201-2880 or find hotline phones around campus. If you experience harassment or unacceptable behaviour, you can always make a confidential report. It doesn't start a complaint, it starts support. You can find the library at Level 2 at Bedford Park. Chat with librarians, access photos, videos, textbooks, journals, and more.
Need academic support? Visit the Learning Lounge. The Student Learning Support Service is here to help with referencing, academic writing, and more, online or in person. Better You connects you with wellbeing resources, physical, mental, social, and spiritual. Check it out to look after you.
You can see a doctor, counsellor, or disability advisor through health counselling and disability services available on Level 3 of the Student Centre building by phone or online appointments. These appointments can be bulk billed or covered by an overseas health card. Contact them on 08 8201 2118 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays.
Oasis is your wellbeing space. There's free tea and coffee, prayer rooms and social events, markets and wellbeing programs.
Are you an international student? Come over to the International Student Services where you're supported through advice, volunteering, social events, meet and greets, and much more.
Young Corinthi supports Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students with tutoring, study spaces, financial support and community.
If you're a student with disability or mental health conditions, visit the University Specialist Employment Partnership Team. The USEP team offers specialised on-campus employment help in partnership with the Community Bridging Services.
Ready to kickstart your career? Careers Hub is here to help you build resumes, networking, business ideas, and placements to jumpstart your career.
More details on all the services discussed in this video are available on the link above.
And just remember, university is more than just classes. It's about finding your path, building your future, and accessing support.
And don't forget, having fun along the way. We're super excited to have you here.
Welcome to Flinders.
All right, wow, there was a lot of information in all of that. So lucky this is going to be shared with you on your flow pages, but remember on the Flinders orientation website, all of that information is embedded as well, so you can go through that again in your own time and just as you need support. And here again is a link to that website, so if you would like to scan that or access it in your own time, that is completely fine as well. Now, as part of our support, we have wonderful staff who are in a role called Student Success and Wellbeing Advisors. And we've got two of those actually, here today. And I'll ask Mel to come up briefly to introduce herself and tell us a bit about the role. Thanks, Mel.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Flinders. My name is Mel. As Seb said, I'm one of the team of Student Success and Wellbeing Advisors here at the university. So I am aligned to your college, College of Health and Enablement. I also support students in the College of Medicine and Public Health. My role is, it's a bit of a connector to other things. So if at any point throughout the year you are feeling like you don't know where to go, you don't know what to ask, you don't know who to speak to, or if you're feeling overwhelmed, or if something impacts you that's distracting you from your studies, you can come and have a chat with me. And we'll talk through what's happening with you, what support you might need, and then I'll try and connect you to the relevant services at the university. What that might look like is we might reach out to your teachers and say, hey, Sam's having trouble, Mum's really sick at home and they're not able to focus very well. Can we get a little bit of extra time for an assignment, or can you offer any other support for them? It might be, if you have an ongoing health condition, it might be connecting you to disability services for an access plan. If you're having trouble with your visa or your confirmation of enrolment, if you're an international student, it might be connecting you with ISS. So I'm really a bit like a first point of contact. So if you're not sure, you can come and talk to me. We'll work out what's next. For some students, I might see you once throughout the year, and that might be all. And for others, I might see you continuously and regularly just to check in and see how you're tracking. And if that's something that helps you to be successful at uni, I'm very happy to do that. You can connect with me by booking an appointment. So you can scan the QR code on this slide, or you can go to our website. You can meet with me in person. So I'm here at Sturt on Tuesdays. I'm up at the main campus in the Student Hub on Mondays and Thursdays. If you're doing any teaching in Flinders Medical Centre, I'm also over there, but I don't think you'll be over there very much. No, not these disciplines anyway. You can also book a phone call or a Teams call with me, and I'm also in the city every 3 or 4 weeks. So I'm all over the place. You can find me everywhere and anywhere. If you want to have a chat, if you have any questions, come and talk to me. There are a few times where you might hear from me and you're not expecting to. So if you share with a teacher that maybe life's getting a little bit tough, they might encourage you to connect with me, and they might say, "Oh, Mel, can you reach out to this student?" So you might get an email from me. Don't be worried, we're not stalking you or anything. It's because you've shared some information. You'll also get a text message in about 3 weeks that says, "How's life going at Flinders? Reply for support." That comes from our team. It's not spam. We're not trying to get your money. If you have any questions, if you need any support, reply to that text and we'll get back in touch with you. And lastly, as a lot of the people have been saying this morning, just have fun. Enjoy these next few weeks. It will be overwhelming. Take your time. Ask lots of questions. Make lots of friends. And hopefully I'll see you throughout the year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mel. Appreciate you taking the time to be here and all that you do for our students. I know that a lot of our students are connecting with you, and at 7,000 students in the college, I know you're very busy, but it's very much appreciated to have you on board. And just to reiterate, please do reach out when things get a bit tricky, when you feel like work and study is overwhelming, because the more we know, the more help we can offer. If we don't know, then it's just becoming a lot harder to offer that help. So please do feel free to reach out to any of us. We also have the wonderful Student Administration Services, or our SES team. Student Administration Services do everything around the administration side of what you do. So your enrolments, your study plans, your credits, where you need to register for your classes, your timetabling, how you're progressing, or if you decide to take some leave from your study, and lots of other things as well. The SES team have got a college front or a reception area downstairs in this building actually. So if you go down to level 1 in the courtyard, on the side there's a big glass front, and you'll be able to access the SES team there for any questions that you might have, okay? So when you go down to the courtyard later, just have a bit of a look around as you come out of this building, and you see the reception area for the college down there, and the SES team will be there to support you. But we also have a whole heap of other support services that come to Sturt campus, where you'll be studying mostly, to support you in lots of different aspects of your studies, whether that's for international student support or counselling services. The Learning Lounge is our academic support service, or our Junkerinthi advisors and student support staff who come as well. Of course, we've got FUSA, and we've got Faith here who will speak to FUSA in just a second as well. We've already heard about Mel and the Student Success and Wellbeing Advisors, and we have a sensory space for a low sensory experience as well. So lots of different services. Again, lots of information on just a single slide that will be available to you to connect with offline or online via your flow pages as well. Now, Flinders has got a very active student association, and we're really lucky to have one of the FUSA reps here with us today. That's Faith over there in the corner. I might get Faith to come up if you're happy to, and tell us a bit about FUSA as well.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. I'm Faith. I guess I'll introduce myself first. So I'm also a healthcare student. So I study the Bachelor of Speech Pathology at the moment, and I'm in my 3rd year. It's going pretty great so far. I also work for FUSA as a student casual. So as you'll see on the slides, we do quite a few things, so I always have to remind myself. We have our student council, which is very much involved with a lot of the uni staff in making those big decisions for the uni overall, and we have elections each year that where you can join in the student council as well, which is great. We have a lot of student representation services as well, which you can get involved with. One of the things that I'm involved with personally is the clubs and student community. So we have so many clubs. Overall, we have many degree clubs. So for example, I'm in the Speech Pathology Students Association, which is great. I'm sure each of your courses might have one as well. We also have cultural clubs, sports clubs as well. So lots of things to get involved in. We have academic advocacy. So if you're ever having any trouble with maybe a lecturer or a tutor, or maybe a grade that you're not happy with, you can definitely come to us and book in an appointment get some advice on how to go about that. We also have financial counseling, so we provide emergency grants if you're ever needing that extra support in a time of need, which is really great support to have. And one of the main things I'm involved with as well is the student events. So for example, this week we're having our O Week, and next week will be our Connect Week as well. So those are those are 2 of our biggest events that we have throughout the year. We also have our Uni Ball, which will be coming up in September, I believe. So always a very exciting time to get involved in. We also have our student magazine as well. So it's called the Empire Times. So students can write and submit articles to be published in the student magazine, which is great. Overall, FUSA is a really great space. We have spaces all over each campus, I believe. So our main office is just located in the Bedford Park campus on level 1, just opposite Flinders Connect. So if you ever need anything there, have any questions, feel free to go up there as well. Welcome to Flinders, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much, Faith. Appreciate it. All right, so we are in orientation week, orientation at Flinders, and to be oriented, we don't just have events, but we also have a wayfinder. You'll find that Flinders at Sturt in particular is oriented by the directions of the sun, so north, east, south and west, and you'll find that we've even called our buildings that. So when you're in the north, then you're in N whatever room number. If you're in the southern building, you're in S whatever number. You get the logic behind all of that. But do scan this QR code to have a bit of an orientation of what's where at Flinders and how you get from one place to another. There was mentioning earlier in the video about a connector bus that connects our campuses from Bedford Park to Tonsley and to Sturt as well. And then, of course, there's the train line that terminates down the hill for the Flinders line that goes all the way into the city in 20 minutes. So if you're based here, take it into the city. If you're based in the city, take the train to get to campus. Now, orientation week is this week, and there is an exciting program of activities across both Sturt and the Bedford Park campus. Here's a bit of a diary of activities. Have you all been to the hub, to the Bedford Park campus? Has everyone seen the main hub? So yes, mostly you have. If you haven't already, you can either walk there, just follow the signs basically, take the bridge across the gorge and you end up at our city, not city, that's a bit far of a walk, our Bedford Park hub, or you can take the connector bus, or you can take your car and park in car park 1 for the closest car park. There's lots of activities on this week and you have a bit of an overview here. Next week then, we've got our Connect Week, your opportunity to connect with your peers, with your studies, with Flinders University, with staff and other students. and there's a whole host of activities both here at Sturt and at Bedford Park campus and the broader hub campus as well. Again, there's a whole list of activities that you can engage in, and I encourage you to spend that time with your peers and friends to engage in lots of different things. And they range from activities to meals and food to connecting with support services. And it's good to connect with those services, even if you think at the moment you might not need them, because in the future, when you might, then you have a connection and you know where to go or who to talk to as well. So I encourage you to engage with all of these activities as much as you would like. Now here at Sturt campus, we've also got a separate welcome back event to campus, both for our commencing students and our students that are continuing, and that will be on Tuesday the 11th of August in the courtyard. So the Sturt cafeteria downstairs and the open area that sits between all the buildings, the courtyard, will have music and free snacks and lunch at 12 o'clock, okay? So take note of that in your diaries as well, and make sure you join us in our Welcome to Sturt campus event as well. Now, some key dates across the semester, and I'd encourage you, maybe even take a picture of that slide, because it's good to have that slide handy as you go through the semester. There's a couple of important dates in there. Of course, this week is orientation week. I might just get out of the picture. This week is orientation week. Next week is Connect week, which is the first week of the semester. This is when your classes start. The 7th of August is your last day to enroll in your topic, so it's important that you do that before the 7th of August. You've still got a little bit of time, but the sooner you do, the better. On the 28th of August is census date, which is when we count you as a student going forward in the semester, and that's an important milestone within a topic as well. Now, the 9th of October is the last day to withdraw from a topic without getting a fail grade. So another important milestone to remember in your diary. Okay, so if you decide you want to withdraw from a topic, and some study plans will allow that, other study plans might not allow that, then the 9th of October is the date that you have to do that at the very latest. The last two are important weeks as well. Semester 2 is, Semester 2 examination week is between the 9th and the 20th of November. And then if you do a supplementary assessment in the week from the 7th to the 11th of December, those are scheduled there. Why this is mentioned here is, in particular the last one, it's really important that you are around to be able to take those assessments in supplementary week if they apply to your course of study. And so we encourage you to be mindful of that and plan your travels and holidays around those dates, okay? So these are important to keep in mind. Now here's a couple of top tips, and we're nearly wrapping up our orientation session for this morning as well. So Canvas is our Flinders Learning Online, our online platform where all of information that's shared with you is located. So all your study information, your topic information, your course information, all is based on Canvas. So get familiar with the system, and things will become a bit more smoother as you become more familiar with it. Keep an eye out for Ping. Ping is our newsletter that will share exciting information and events and updates with you, and will come to your Flinders email address. Of course, our social media, there's a couple of links there for you to engage with as well. I've already talked about FUSA, our student association, which has got so many different supports and events planned for you. So keep an eye out from them. And mentioning again, please do reach out to help. If you need help at any point, even if you just want to have a chat and you're not really sure whether you need help or not, but sometimes it's just helpful to connect with someone. You can connect with Mel, with FUSA, with any of the staff members here, and any of the staff members that you come across. That's part of our roles, is to support you, and we welcome you to get in touch with us and just raise any questions that you have along the way. And there's a whole website that directs you to different support services as well, which you can see right down there at the bottom as well. All right, 2 more things before I wrap up. One is about academic integrity. Obviously, if you're studying a degree, academic integrity is really, really important. Academic integrity means essentially that the work that you submit in assessments and the work that you do as part of your studies is your own work and not someone else's work. Excuse me. Nearly choked. Sorry about that. So academic integrity if essentially means that the work that you submit, the work that you do is your work and it's not someone else's work, including the work of a machine somewhere in a server hub. Okay? So by adhering to the principles of academic integrity, you promise us that the work that you submit is the work that you have generated yourself. It's really important because when we give you the degree that you've studied for, we effectively promise to the people that will employ you in the future that we have assessed your performance and your knowledge and your skills as your own and not someone else's. So it's really critical that you adhere to those, and as do we, of course, as well. So academic integrity will be the foundation of trust that we have at Flinders, and it's really important that you understand what supports of the artificial intelligence kind, for example, are allowed in certain assessments and when they're not allowed. So AI is obviously going to be around us, and it will stay around us, and it will just be around us more and more. And we will help you understand how you can use AI in your studies and in your work life in the future. That's a really important part of the way that we teach and what we teach you. But also to understand when it's not appropriate to use it, and kind of working out the two in a way that's very clear to everyone. So this is where academic integrity comes into the picture. So there is ethical use of these tools. It's not that there's a blanket rule that says you cannot use them at all, but it's really important to be able to use them in the right way. So if you have any questions about it and you're not clear as to what degree of use you can have with these tools, please do talk to your tutors, to your topic coordinators, to your course coordinators, so that you're very clear where that sits. Okay? We take academic integrity really seriously, and at the same time they'll provide the supports and the clarity that you need as well. And then the last slide is about becoming a course representative. So we're really keen at Flinders and in our college in particular to connect with our students as partners in the learning that you do. And one of the ways we do that is through our course representatives. So each course and each year level in most courses will have a representative who is the connection. Excuse me, that's who is the connection between the body of students within a topic or a course and the teaching staff, often the course coordinator. So if you feel like you could speak on behalf of your colleagues and your peers, and you are interested in stepping into a student leadership role, then the course representative role might be for you. Okay. So FUSA is providing training as to what it means to be a student representative, and then there's lots of opportunities to connect with our staff, either through one-on-one meetings or through committees, to be an active part of the college community. So have a think about being a course representative. In a couple of weeks' time there will be an email to ask for nominations, and you can express your interest at that point in time. Okay. Screen has gone blank. we're done with our college overarching orientation, but before we do, 2 more brief things. We're going to have a morning tea in just a second before you then go into your discipline-specific group, so we'll set that up for just a second. And while I do that, I might get all the staff that we've got in the room to come up briefly and introduce themselves, so you've got an idea of where you go next and who to go to, depending on which discipline you're studying. I'll get you to go first, if that's all right.
I'm going first. I just thought I'd...
While you do that, I'll bring the morning to you. Thank you.
Hello. Because I picked up the microphone, I'm going first for no other reason than that. My name's Jane Harford and I'm the course coordinator for all of the health sciences programs. So hopefully all of the health sciences people will have a little badge on in a few minutes. I know I haven't given you one yet, but I will. Do we have any health science people in the room? Fantastic. It'll be great to meet you and also to get you to meet each other. And we've got plenty of time to chat and answer any questions, make sure that everything that you need is sorted out. So I look forward to working with you. And for those who aren't health science students, if you see me in the corridor or on campus, don't feel shy about saying hello and remind me that we met at orientation. Always happy to have a chat, always happy to answer questions if it's helpful to you.
Thank you, Jane. Good morning, everybody. So lovely. I remember being in your shoes, starting off, sitting in your seats, thinking about how am I going to be a uni student, and also remembering all the goals I have, and I'm sure that they're in your mind right now as well. My name's Tracy Ann Rankin, and I'm the acting first-year transition coordinator. I had to remember the title. I work with Sarah, and I also work with Jane in health sciences. So, I look forward to working with some of you, and good luck with your year and years to come. And I hope that you achieve what you want here at university, and also take a leap of faith in yourself, in your studies, and in this space, and see what comes from that.
Hi there, I'm Bridget Henderson and I'm the course coordinator for the nursing program. How many nurses? Oh yeah, always a good crew. There's always a big group. I'm really looking forward to working with you. You have entered the best profession. Sorry. And we're going to discuss that further in our next session. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name's Sarah. I'm a Ngarrindjeri woman, so my mob are down by the Korong, as you probably heard Cliffy say in that welcome video. I'm in health sciences with Jane and Tracy, and I topic coordinate one of the first year topics, so I'll be seeing some of you soon next week. That's me.
Fantastic. Thank you very much to all of you, and thank you to all of you for taking the time to join us this morning. We've got a little time to have a bite to eat, and then we'll move into our different disciplines. So thanks again very much for taking the time to be here. Thank you everyone online for joining the live stream, and let's wrap up here and have a bite to eat. Okay? Thank you.